Confidential medical records from a Marion County doctor's office compromised, leaving at least one family exposed to identity theft. Good evening, I'm Kim Chapman.
And I'm Calvin Sneed. Those records had the names of 2 children, their addresses, and more concerning, their mother's social security number.
Stephanie Sanastasi spoke to the mother who learned about the privacy breach through social media. So Stephanie, we're told this has something to do with ghost hunters?
Some people believe the Old South Pittsburg Hospital is haunted, and they pay for the opportunity to stay there overnight unsupervised. Apparently, on one of those late-night ghost hunting trips last week, the medical records were discovered inside the hospital. It began with a phone call. A viewer explaining she received pictures of her kids' medical records over Facebook from a woman she had never met. That woman, Selena Holmes, she lives in Alabama.
It's about probably 40 miles south of Birmingham.
Holmes came here last week Friday to tour the haunted hospital with friends. While she was here, she found these in an unlocked room.
The door was wide open, propped open, and inside the door there were files, boxes, piled high almost to the roof, and then there was files just laying out.
As she looked closer, Holmes says she realized the papers had some very personal information.
All of them showed parents' social security numbers, date of birth, address, patient information.
So we decided to stop by the hospital to find out if, in fact, these records are where Holmes says they are.
When you come in through the emergency room, the first right that you come to, you take that right, and then it's the second or third door on the left.
We found the woman who runs the haunted hospital, Stacy Hayes. She told us it's true. Medical records are stored there, and she took us to see them.
There we go. And they're way over there.
Hayes told us the ghost hunters don't have access to this locked room, and she said the records stored there are very old, some dating back to the 1980s. That does not seem consistent, though, with what Holmes says she saw.
The ones that I saw had dates of service on them. Some of the dates of service were February of 2013, 2014. We shouldn't have seen that. Nobody should have.
That's why Holmes alerted the South Pittsburg mother, who contacted NewsChannel 9.
I knew they shouldn't have been there.
The woman whose kids' records were in the hospital doesn't plan to press charges. She just doesn't want what happened to her to happen to anyone else. Calvin.
Thanks, Stephanie. According to Tennessee law, all medical records have to be stored in a secure location, but the law does not spell out specifics on how that should be done. And when it comes to getting rid of them, there are no specific law requirements on how one should destroy records.